What's good, everybody? Hope everybody having a good day today, man. So, I'm sure you all know by now, but Trump won. Trump won this election. Trump won this election. Now, before I begin on what I want to talk about in this live stream, the first thing I want to say is this. For 28 years, the elections have been rigged. For 28 years, a particular group of individuals have been basically manipulating and running so-called America. Now, let me say this. This nation has been around for a minute. But the society that we know of America, this shit didn't start till around 1996. You see what I'm saying? This is when they started doing the time skips and shit around 96. Because I went back and I went back and I looked. Y'all remember how I was telling y'all about the whole calendar thing? How every 4 years they skip a year. Well, I went back and I found out that shit didn't start till the election of 1996 when Bill Clinton became the president in 1996. And we all know, well, from the research, um, we all know that Bill Clinton was one of them. You see what I'm saying? Bill Clinton, I believe, is the one who, or maybe that was Bush. I think Clinton is the one who started the three strike rule, to where if you get a jail sentence 3 times, the third time you go to prison. You see what I'm saying? I think Bill Clinton is the one who started that. It was either Bill Clinton or George Bush. But we all know Bill Clinton was elected in 96. And then in 2000, that's when Bush was elected. And I think that the George Bush election is the one when he went up against Al Gore, which I'm supposedly too young to even really know anything about that election. But from the research that I do, from what I understand, the election with in 2020 with Trump and Biden wasn't the only one that was rigged and elected and stolen. See what I'm saying? This shit been going on. Like I said, it started in 96. And then another big one that's documented is in 2000 when George W. Bush beat Al Gore. You see what I'm saying? And this is known. Like, you can go and do your research on that. Go back and do your research on the 2000 election with George W. Bush and Al Gore. You gonna see it, that they said that shit was a stolen election. You see, so just like I've been saying, and a lot of people been saying this, the world didn't get the way that it is now until 2000, when these particular beings came to these lands and they started controlling shit. You see what I'm saying? So on some real shit, y'all, what you gotta understand is, um, we back on the regular timeline now. You see what I'm saying? We back on the original timeline because time has went back to its natural state. See, in 2024, which is this year, every 4 years, like I told y'all, it did the skip in 2020. Go back and look. It did the skip in 2020. It did not do the skip in 2024. In 2024, everything was back to the way it was supposed to be. So what I'm saying is, we back on the original timeline now. You see what I'm saying? We not on the manipulated and the articulated timeline that these particular beings, the so-called Democrats, which is the CIA, which is the crooked justice system, which is the FBI, which is all these different alphabet boy groups. This is all linked to the Democrats, man. You see what I'm saying? The Democrats is a group of people. These are the beings that's been corrupting and tearing shit up all this time. You see what I'm saying? So what you got to realize is we now, it's been a lot of wars been going on since the 1990s. You see what I'm saying? Trying to get shit back into the, well, let me say this before I say the shit started in 96. These beings probably been here since before 96, but they finally won and took over in 96. When 96 came, that's when, you know what I'm saying, that's when the nation king was basically so-called killed, but really he was just brainwashed, reset, you could say. You see what I'm saying? So now we are in that time to where things are gonna start moving back to the pace that it was supposed to move. That's the reason why you hear Trump saying, "I will create the golden age." You see what I'm saying? The golden age, because Trump is telling you that it. Let me say this: it ain't got shit to do with Trump. It didn't have shit to do with Kamala Harris. The live stream that I did yesterday, I said that these elections were just reenactments of what was going on in a higher place, in a much higher place. You see what I'm saying? So Donald Trump is really nobody. Kamala Harris is really nobody. These are characters that they put to reenact something that happened on a higher plane. You see? So understand that and realize that and keep that in mind. You see? So what they doing with this reenactment by making Trump say that, oh, this is gonna be the golden age, we gonna make America great again. All they're basically saying is, okay, the true creator or the true king or the true queen or however you want to call it, the real one is back in charge now. You see what I'm saying? These people that was running shit at first, they're not in control anymore. You see what I'm saying? So that won't be, the way that this nation has been treating its people is terrible. You see what I'm saying? They gave all these billions of dollars to Ukraine for these wars and shit. Yet you got all these people out here homeless on the street, American people homeless on the street. Yet you bring all these immigrants to America and pay billions of dollars for them to stay in hotels. Y'all ever wondered why you see all these immigrants and stuff piled up at these hotels and shit? You see what I'm saying? Like at the Motel 6s or the Super 8s or the Red Roofs or the Days Inn, these type of hotels. You ever wonder why you see all these immigrants piled up at these hotels? It's because America is paying them to come over here. They paying for their rooms. But they can't do that for us Americans. You see what I'm saying? Like, all this stuff is going to be revealed. They've been paying, I don't know how much they've been paying, but we going to just say billions since they like to throw that number out there. We going to say they've been paying billions of dollars since 2020. Because I've been dealing with this hotel shit for a long time. And I've been seeing this shit. And I tell you, it was multiple different immigrants. The first ones I saw was Indians. They were the first ones. You see what I'm saying? I used to see big ass fucking vans. Like Sprinter vans with Indians coming out. And they up like big ass lines of Indians going in there, checking in, getting these hotels, and they'd be there for just long ass times. And I don't never see them like really paying for it or nothing. I'd be like, what the fuck is going on? That was way back in like 2020. You see what I'm saying? Then I started seeing the Mexicans. The Mexicans is coming from all over the place. Really, that's the only two races I be seeing is the Mexicans and the Indians. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to tell y'all is America, these Democrats, these beings that's here, they've been giving all the money to these other people to have them come over here, and they've been dog shitting us. Dog shitting us. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is the shit that people got to realize, man. They was really trying to take over this country and give it to immigrants. You see what I'm saying? And the reason why they trying to do that is because they know that the immigrants are more controllable. You see, the immigrants will do what they say because they thinking that they coming over here to get a better life and whatnot. So they gonna do what they telling them to do because they giving them all this money and stuff. So why not? America's they God, damn near. If I come over here and you gonna give me, if you gonna pay me $10,000 or you gonna give me $5,000 a month, you see what I'm saying? Just to come out here, and of course, and another thing I say about these immigrants is they be like work, especially the Mexicans. They be like working for these construction companies and shit. So this goes back into what happened in when they first pulled us over here to America from out west. You see what I'm saying? That's where you get the first chain gangs and stuff from way back. You know what I'm saying? Way back when they came over here and they started establishing America, and they started getting these so-called indentured servants and whatnot, and they was making them stay in these small ass hotels and whatnot. You see what I'm saying? It was like it was considered like, see, a lot of these hotels, if you really look at them, you can look at it and tell that, god damn, this shit look like it could have been like a old school farm prison camp or some shit. Go watch that movie Life and look how that building is. You see what I'm saying? Go watch that movie Life and look how that prison look. How it looked. And then look at some of these hotels that you see, the old ones, like not the Hamptons or the Hiltons or none of those. I'm talking about the Red Roofs or the Motel Sixes or the America's Best Values. You know what I'm saying? These motel type hotels. And when you look at that shit, you'd be like, man, the way this shit look, the way that these rooms is set up and the way it looked, this shit looked like it could have been a fucking prison at one point, to where they had so-called indentured servants here. And then they make these people go out every single morning. They got to get up and they got to go to work, and they come back to the hotel at like maybe 5 o'clock, and they get the rest of the day to relax and do them. But then they got to get back up in the morning, just like the chain gang, man. I'm telling you, the same shit that they did to us way back then, they tried to start doing to these immigrants. The immigrants was gonna build a new world for them, not us, because they knew we was gonna be gone. But see, America failed. It's over with. They ain't got no land no more. They never did. You see what I'm saying? So motherfuckers could try to say that, you know, because really, to be honest with you, I think that it's my family that's doing this. My family, like literally my family. Then again, maybe it's not. You see what I'm saying? But I real life think that these people that's doing this shit is my family. You see what I'm saying? People that, and I'm like the black sheep of my family. You see what I'm saying? So you could say like the cabal, those are my people. The motherfuckers that's making all these that's doing all this crazy shit, you could say that those are my people, that's my family, and I chose to turn against my own family and, for the greater good. Now, who's righteous? Who's a real man? Who's a real king? Who's a real leader? Somebody who was not afraid to go against his own people, to be alone in the world, to be an outcast, to be a black sheep. Did a motherfucker really have to do that? No. Because either way, throughout the day, I'm going to be good. Either way, I'm going to be good because I got the spirit to where I'm pretty much, none of this shit matters. You see what I'm saying? So it's like for the people out there that's disrespecting me or let somebody get into their head and tell them that I was this and this and this and that, man, that's a sad case. You see what I'm saying? That's a sad case. A sad case. Because the beings that's been trying to slander my name and that's been trying to suppress me and trying to keep me from speaking out has been the ones that's been trying to destroy this fucking nation this entire time. And they've been acting like they the good guys. You see? Acting like that they this and this and that. When they know the whole goddamn time that they was trying to destroy you. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, man, Ain't nobody got time for none of this shit no more. For none of this bullshit. So here's what's finna happen. All these social media apps out there, these people are going to stop with this community guidelines bullshit. You're going to stop taking down people's videos for saying things that you don't want them to say. Because those particular beings that was telling you to do that, they ain't got no power no more. They not in no position to make any calls or any shots. So for y'all people out there that's in charge of these social media apps, and y'all people out there that's in charge of monitoring this shit, let me tell you something. If you continuously keep doing this, when a particular time come around, you're going to take the same fall as those that's been doing the evil shit. I guarantee it. You see what I'm saying? You're going to receive the same punishment. You're going to take the same fall, and you're going to go through the same shit that they go through. I guarantee that. I guarantee that. You see what I'm saying? So, understand, you make a choice now. Because I know some of these people probably be watching my videos live anyway. Just listening for what I'm saying. And hearing and trying to find something bogus to say. So listen to me and heed my warning. You continuously keep doing this, you're going to pay the same price as they going to pay. And that goes for y'all groups of individuals out there that may not be into politics and whatnot, but you in these spiritual communities and whatnot, and you out there making these group chats slandering people's name, all of y'all, you going to pay the same price too. You see what I'm saying? And don't think that you already paid it. You ain't paid shit. You see what I'm saying? I'm almost certain that y'all been going through it. I'm almost certain. You ain't seen nothing yet. For all the shit that y'all done caused in this world, man. Come on now. You really think that that's suffice for the damage that you caused? You see, so what y'all gotta understand is the hate and the jealousy, the corruption, and the lies and the slander of these particular beings has literally caused your destruction. Literally. You see what I'm saying? And now we merged back with the correct timeline. So now it's almost, at this point now, you going to see motherfuckers getting the fuck out of here. You going to see people sliding. You going to see a lot of people trying to get out of America, trying to get out of these lands. You're going to see so many flights. You're going to see so much stuff of people trying to get out. Because like I'm telling y'all, we merged back with the original timeline now. So everything that they was creating is gone. Everything. Everything that they put in motion, everything that they built, everything that they created, everything is dead. It's gone. You see what I'm saying? So now it's like, it's, and I forgot. I want to talk about this too. The Bible. We all know that the first chapter is Genesis. The last chapter is Revelations. Understand that the Bible is backwards. Revelations is the first chapter. Because the world must be destroyed before a new world is created. You see what I'm saying? The old world must be destroyed before the new heaven is created. And the world has been destroyed already. The destruction of the world started in 2020. You see what I'm saying? So understand, and understand that we are in the first chapter now, Revelations, and it don't go this way. You see what I'm saying? Because technically you can't go back in time. You can go back to a different timeline. You see what I'm saying? You can go, so think about it like this. These 3 lines is 3 different timelines. Say the one, my index finger, the finger that's at the very top, this one. If you was on this timeline, you can't start right here and be like, oh, I'm finna go all the way back right here on this particular timeline and start over. You can't do that. If you go back in time, you got to switch to this timeline right here. and you go back in time on this timeline because this shit haven't happened yet. You see what I'm saying? This, you could be right here. Let me find a better way to do this. Oh. Fuck, man. I ain't got no pencil. Damn. I can define something. Alright. Alright. We do it like that. Alright, so check it out. You got these 3 lines right here. And say this is your original timeline. This is your original timeline right here. And let's say you all the way right here. Now, if you want to try to change some shit, you can't be like, all right, I'm finna just go back in time to right here. You can't do that. Because if you did that, the only thing that would happen is the same exact events will just play over again. And I mean the same exact events, the same exact order, the same exact way, the same exact outcome, the same exact everything, because it'd be like you just playing back, you just reversing a movie. Y'all remember how it was back in the day when we had the what you call it, the VHS cassette tapes, and you put that shit in a VCR, and you gotta rewind it back. See, when you watch a movie, that's a timeline. You can't record a timeline and then go back in time and change the events and change the movie. You can't do that because it's already recorded. So if you right here and you trying to go back in time, what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to jump to a different timeline, and this is gonna create a whole nother, line. You see, so you jump and you come right here, and now this will take you all the way back. So now you know what happened. You see what I'm saying? So it's almost like you created another movie, but with a blank tape. So you got the same script and everything, but now you have the ability to change the scripts because you went to a different movie, aka a different timeline, and you started all the way over at the beginning. You still got the script and the information and everything from this timeline, but now you just right here with a different with a empty tape. You see what I'm saying? The tape is empty, so now boom, you can do whatever the fuck. You see what I'm saying? You can cop right here, and you can fucking, you know what I'm saying? You can change the whole shit. You see? So that's what basically happened with these particular beings. So all the timelines that they created, the fucked up ones that shouldn't exist, the fucked up timelines that they put in motion to try to control the world and do what they please, all those timelines have been destroyed. You see what I'm saying? All those timelines have been destroyed. So if you talk about power, these people ain't got no power no more. All they have is illusions. That's it. You see what I'm saying? And America is starting to wake up and realize that these motherfuckers ain't got no power. This is the reason why they couldn't do it anyways, but this is the reason why they wouldn't have dared to try to cheat this election anyway, because if they did that, I guarantee you it would have caused hell for them, not for us. See, what they've been trying to do is create a war with the people. So then they can swoop in with some master plan and try to unite everybody, and then they create their new world order. If they would have did that shit, if they would have tried to cheat this election, if they would have tried to do anything shady, it would have turned on their heads. I promise you, I already seen it. If they would have tried to cheat this election, the people, I'm not talking about no military or no shit like that. The people would have ran into y'all fucking place and found y'all and pulled y'all out of the damn house and put an end to you right then and there. You got to understand, y'all time was up. It's up. There was nothing you could do. If you tried to cheat it, you would have just fucked yourself. So what I'm saying is time, and time always move in the correct motion. Time always move, it always do what the fuck it's supposed to do. You see what I'm saying? If you going through some shit and you ain't seen no light yet, it's probably just not time yet. It's not always that they doing this or they doing that. It's just that was their time. You see what I'm saying? That was their time. So when time is up, time is up. There's, like they always say, there's one thing that you can't beat, and that's time. Time, if you want to really say anything, you could say time is, and then some people try to say time is not real. And I've even said that before. But I understand now that time is real. You see what I'm saying? Time is real. Because if time wasn't real, there could be no timelines. You see what I'm saying? Nothing could exist if time didn't exist. If time didn't exist, nothing could exist. Because if there's something, it took some amount of time for that something to be created. You see what I'm saying? Creation is time. Creation is time. So without creation, if there's no time, then there's no creation. You see what I'm saying? So understand that and keep that in mind, family. If I was to sit right here and say, there's nothing in here. You see what I'm saying? Then I was like, if there's nothing, then there's nothing. You see what I'm saying? Like if there's nothing, there's nothing. But soon as something come, it took an amount of time for that something to happen. You see? It took an amount of time for that something to happen. So time is real. And time, if you really want to get into it, time is like God. Time is the creator. Time is the nurturer. Time is justice. Time is love. Time is everything. Everything is time. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, family, we just got to understand that there's been a lot of lies that's been told, and now it's time to really, really start cleaning the shit up that these devils, that these wicked people have created here on this planet, trying to rule and control stuff, you see? And I'll say this last thing, and I said this already too, but I'm going to say it again. There will be no negative shit happening to the original people from this point on. There will be no more sacrifices. You see what I'm saying? There will be no more illegal, corrupt shit happening. Everything that you people try to do to cause any type of corruption or any type of pain or any type of suffering on me or mines, let's just say it that way. There ain't going to be no aura about it because they're not going to do it. It's just that simple. There is no aura about it. There is no this going to happen. No, it's just not going to happen. The only thing that's going to happen now is people finna start packing their bags and trying to figure out how to get the fuck out of these lands and go somewhere to hide because they know that the storm is coming for their ass. You see what I'm saying? Like they got something coming for their ass and it's going to be bad. You see? So, I hope y'all enjoyed this information. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. And y'all take it easy, man. Chief, I'm out.